Did you get your eggs for supper or breakfast? Okay, I don't know what to do anymore. Here's what I do know though. November 4th, 2019. The only thing about this cold is that even though it may not be contagious, I still got a lot of fucking phlegm still building up in the crap, so it's gonna be hard not to cough while making this. So, I really wanted to get this one off my chest too. I feel like this one doesn't want to wait, so let's go with it. First off, it started with me thinking about the instrumental of John Lennon's Imagine, and then playing Super Mario 64, and then it occurred to me. And then there's this idea that grew in my head. And today I fucking exploded with it, and now I'm ready to tell you what it is. So, I want somebody to make a ROM hack of this and make it a legitimate game and shit. Or, ROM hacks, that people play those. Maybe they could play those at tournaments too, That'd be a legitimate thing, I guess, by definition or whatever. Alright, so here's the game. It's called... Alright, so this ROM hack is called Super Mario 64 Doors. Now, in SM64 Doors, this game is RNG based. What happens is you start off in the beginning as you normally would, except you're not watching the cutscene. Do. You're an intro and all that. You go into the castle like you would, or whatever door. And then you enter your first room on the menu that you're probably going to go through if you don't go into the dark room and die, which I'll talk about later. Now, you start off in a room, and now it's going to have the structure will be randomized, the textures will be randomized too. And there are literally 64 doors in every room. And one of them leads out. And the other ones lead to somewhere else. The 63 other ones lead to somewhere else. So, you have a 1/64 chance of reaching to the end, which I'll also talk about later. So, let's see. Go into one of those doors, and it's going to be the usual thing, it's not the right one that gets you out. So you can go into another room. It also has a different structure that's picked by RNG. And sometimes even the door locations are also randomized too. Sometimes there might be platforms you have to jump on. Sometimes they'll be all on the first floor, but sometimes you're going to have to make Mario jump and climb a little bit for some of the other ones. And then you keep this going. You have different rooms, different textures, different structures. And then there's I would say, there's a chance that one of these rooms contains a door. And if you hit that door within the 64, it's going to take you to what I like to call the dark room. Now, the dark room, it has 640 doors. And the only thing is that you can't see. And you start off right at the top, and you're going to start falling down. And how close you are to the nearest floor, there's going to be floors up here, down here, or here. That'll also be determined by random. And the only thing you're going to be able to do if you don't really know at first, if you're going to go from here to here, or if you're going to take a big fall down and fall down right here, is that the only thing I can think of that you could do for that is that you're just going to have to randomly decide when to do a ground pound right before you hit the ground or somewhere you want to be to reduce your damage. And I think every platform should have a door in it, so that way you don't keep falling and lose your lives. I think the lives can be... the lives can be the default that they give you at the beginning of the game. It says number 3, but it's technically 4 because zeros are life too. So I guess even Erwin Y Zero has a life, huh? Maybe he has so many zeros at the end of his name. That's how full of life he is. Anyway, enough about me though. And then when you go for one of those 640 doors that you somehow survive to get through with your ground pounds, assuming you time those right, because that's also going to be by RNG of how high or how low those are. Each one's going to be. And if you do fall into like a what you consider a blank crevice, there might be a chance that there's 2 other doorways, platforms that you can wall jump up and up and up and up, and then you get on top of them, one of them. The only other thing I can think of is that even when you do hit the platforms, you're gonna have to like remember like how much space there is in that square you just landed on, and not only that, but you're gonna have to throw some punches to make sure you're hitting where the door might be. Because if you to do your edge checking here, you're just gonna have to punch, and if you just get air, then it's an abyss. And if you punch something and it's a wall, then that's your door. When you go for a door, there's a chance 1 in 600, 400 in the dark room that you might get to the end, but it's very unlikely. But what's really going to happen more often than not is that you're going to go back to a regular room that has only 64 doors, and you're going to start again and again and again. You keep going, then when you finally get the right door, you're going to be in a room where it looks like the room with the Bob on Battlefield painting, which I used to like call Bob bowling balls when I was little, because I just really liked bowling back then. It's gonna be that exact room. It has a little platform that you can like stand on right as you climb the stairs or jump to wherever you. Then there'll be a picture of Princess Peach that you'll jump into. You jump into it, and then it'll fade into the cake, and it'll say Mario saying, "Thank you so much for playing my game." So yeah, there you go. This is a game that I played in my mind. You could play in your mind too, but I would really love this to really materialize into a real ROM hack that people are gonna play. And they can like do really cool stuff. They can make bets or whatever the fuck they want to do. Alright, so this is Aurelio, aka Sam Lambert. Somebody please make this a real game. Super Mario 64 doors. Let's do it. Somebody do it. Bye.